it up. Worms. Worms.
Oh.
Whoa, I'm the
Whoa.
worm. That worm is me right now.
I can't see. Oh. That one.
Oh, Tara. Alright, we're doing NPC Jam again. So, last time I just did a bunch of mocap animations, so I'm going to go through and parse through those, port those into Blender, play with them a bit. You know, because I don't really know what the workflow is like actually cleaning those animations up. I just know how to slap them on the guy and laugh at it. So, I definitely think it's going to be good information for me to learn, like, what does it mean to clean up messy mocap and what kind of stuff should I look out for while I'm recording, you know, yada yada. Connor is going to wrap up his shading. I mean, wrap up might be presumptuous. Work on his shading on his guy. So we're getting close to the final stages here on our characters. So hopefully, you know, maybe next 2 or 3 days we could end it with a duet dance for the two of them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But yeah, I'm just gonna work on mocap stuff. So let me get that up. This program is that I used. It's really cool, but it's also like very early beta. So there's a lot of shit that's like unintuitive about it. And it also is meant to be used in VR, but it like has a VR, a non-VR, like kind of working mode. So I'll show you some of the recordings I did last time. I like this one. Wait, hold on. And you can see the UI for this is weird. Here, it's fridge throw. So that's like the fight idle, and he goes Kya, and then back into his fight idle.
Oh, nice.
So the idea is I have just the fight idle on its own, and then I have like attacks coming out of it. So I don't know if that's how I would actually handle that, because you know I think I would
Wait,
just
are you doing the idol?
yeah, I'm physically doing it, and then I go and step.
Okay.
But I also have it recorded as a separate animation. So I would assume that that would actually be handled by just like a blend space.
Yeah.
Like I would just trim it to be like start there and then end here, you know, and then just blend there. But I figured it would be better. It would make the blend a little bit more natural if I like go to and from the idle. This is one of the annoying things about this. In VR, you can just like point at a guy and click and kill him to like remove him from your scene. I don't think you can do that here. The only way I know of to get rid of a guy is to like shut down the program and relaunch it.
Oh, that's weird.
It has such a this program is such like a scattered UI. See, and right here you can import a custom avatar into here as well, but it's kind of a process. Let me try it. Oh, look at this fucking guy. Yeah, whatever. So I'm just gonna reset the program, I guess, every time I want to export it. Which is great because it launches Steam VR every single time, too. Yeah, that was a pretty fun workflow when I did the mocap jam. I definitely want to.
Hmm.
I definitely want to do that again. Which ones have I already done? Damn, I should have just exported it while I had it up. Whatever. So yeah, I said I was going to do this off stream just because it's so tedious, but I just didn't get around to it. But yeah, I was thinking that I could like make the stores as like a separate Unity project, but I don't know. I wasn't sure about that. Like, I mean, just decorating the interiors. If there's a way where I could just have it be as if it was like a prefab, like just have the store completely designed and then import
Yeah.
that. But
You can open prefabs and change them.
would it be a problem that the prefab now has like a bunch of shit in it? Like, isn't that the whole point of the prefab, was to have less like polys, I guess?
No, less pieces or more pieces. The prefab is mostly just so you can copy it over. But like,
I'm just saying, like, if I put like all the fridges inside of there,
yeah.
like, would I not want to do that as one prefab? I would want to have them all be separate pieces.
Wait, what?
Like, if I wanted to decorate one of the stores and put a bunch of fridges in there, would
Yeah.
it? Could I take the store prefab, pull it into a separate thing somehow, put all the fridges in there, and then put it back as one thing? Or would it be smarter to keep everything independent? You know what I mean? Because I feel like it would be an easier workflow to have it like have them like
I guess
isolated like that.
I'm still. Yeah, I'm not following still. You said thing twice in a row. So like, take a prefab, change it, and then put it in a level.
Yeah. Or like get back into Unity.
Oh, you mean change it somewhere else, not in Unity?
Yeah, like in Blender. Or I mean, I guess even in Unity, just like a different instance of Unity, maybe.
Well, I mean, in Unity you can open up a prefab and add stuff to it.
Okay.
So you would like get all your decoration objects and add it to the prefab, because the prefab isn't a prefab is like more than just a mesh. The prefab can have like anything in it.
I guess I just thought the point of the prefab was to have less, like, if I have like a complex scene, the more prefabs the better, was kind of my understanding.
No. The more prefabs, the easier. It's so that you can make a single thing and copy it a bunch of times, and then you could change the prefab and they all change together. It's not like a performance thing.
I guess I'm thinking of collision.
Yeah. Collision, well that's you can just include that in a prefab. Yeah, I don't think we're on the same page. I don't know.
I guess what I'm confused about is it felt like yesterday when we were talking about this, when I had it like, I had the whole mall thing built as one, like, conjoined
Single mesh.
piece. Yeah, as like one mesh. Like, that was a problem because it was too complicated to make a prefab, I guess. Is that the idea?
No. The problem is that it didn't have any collision.
Okay.
So if you were to take that and put it into Unity, you would walk through it, right?
Yeah.
If you were to take it into Unity or Unreal and use their auto-generate collision, then it would auto-generate a big disk around the whole thing. And maybe some of the planes on the inside, but it would max out pretty quickly. So the idea is like that each shop is constrained, or each shop has its own collision,
Whoa.
and each piece has its own collision. Ooh.
What happened? What happened to my audio? Did you hear that? Did something
No.
happen on your end too?
No.
You just fell into like an echo chamber.
Oh, that's weird.
Your voice got all like reverby, like you were talking through a can or something. I thought this animation was pretty funny because it was like so uncoordinated, but I can see how I can make it look better.
Oh, yeah.
But if I could just put like an animation layer to like tweak the leg up higher, because I have a pretty small place where I'm set up right now, so I was so scared that I was gonna kick my walls or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I also am just not coordinated enough to do a proper high kick. Still, I found that one funny. I feel like we're getting like repeats with the Mippy Medium.
Well, we've gone for like 20 hours at least.
Yeah, but I mean like the order they're in. I don't know. This may be too much of a hunch, but I feel like there's been like 3 in a row that I like remember seeing at this phase of the jam. I don't know. I don't know how that could be happening. No, because I started VLC fresh today, so there's no way. Yeah, I had to like email some guy to like get permission to a Google Drive link in order to download this software. Like that's how early this is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty interesting. And I had to join. I don't know if I had to, but I also joined their Discord, which is like an interesting process.
I didn't know that it was like linked to Blender.
Yeah, it's super convenient. What it does is it creates a blend file that I then have to like run a script within, and then I just grab that FBX and export it of just the armature, because it has like a whole scene it sets up that's like a bunch of extra shit. I don't know what it's all for. I just grab the armature. I also gave a little bit of behind the scenes on the Work Your Body video, because I still have all the mocap data from that.
Oh, nice.
It's like one of the Powderpuff Girls memes. I realized I think I spelled refrigerator wrong on the dude's shirt. Is there a D in refrigerator, or is that just in fridge?
Oh, that's a good point. I think there is no D in refrigerator. Maybe not. I don't know.
So I was looking at it and I
Yeah.
felt like something was off.
Yeah, there's no D.
See, I think it's spelled wrong on his shirt, which isn't necessary. It's not a hard thing to fix, but I don't think it's something I'm too worried about. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been saving all the VODs for these, just because I eventually want to do a time lapse of the whole, like, just creating the guy process. That'll be pretty satisfying. But I feel like I've just barely got this program working with what I want, but I feel like there's so much that I'm probably doing wrong or not fully understanding. I feel like I've just kind of tiptoed my way through it.
Oh, I found out how to do a line in the Blender, like, what's it called? Blender Paint.
Texture paint?
Yeah.
Does my audio sound normal to you? Like, do I sound normal right now?
I think so. Am I really weird?
Yeah, you're like robot. Let me see if it's this program. Talk again?
Talk.
Oh, no, it's not. Why does that happen?
Maybe, was it since I did the window audio? It might have been my end.
The window audio?
When I tried to show you what.
Oh, no, it's well,
my window.
It hasn't been like that consistently. It just now happened again.
Oh.
I can't tell if it's happening on other audio or not. It's like really obvious on a voice line. Here, Let me use one of my Spoon
Maybe-
Kid voice lines.
Usually, we assume that in order to get to
No, it's something's wrong with me. Yeah, it was on the Spoon Kid voice line too. What the fuck?
You want me to? I'll check the stream really quick. See if it's
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
even.
well,
coming through
it's
or
what
if
you're
it's
gonna get
just
because I am bored and
VOD
out of
actually.
ideas. I'm a very
Sounds
ambitious Rust
normal.
player, but
Okay. The fuck is up with me, dude?
I'm a
Could it be like Steam VR trying to use headphones or something?
That's you got it. Steam VR. I have Steam VR set up to echo or to audio mirror. That's totally what it is. That's why it's been randomly happening too.
You guys are about
Yep.
to.
Okay. Good call.
Nice.
Thank you. That's very convenient to have just like voice lines on my desktop like that.
Yeah, my equivalent is the Wayne, the Wayne clips of the Minecraft song.
Yeah.
That's my test audio. I know.
So yeah, every
need
time I
to,
have to relaunch Luxor, it brings back that problem because it relaunches Steam VR. I just gotta be diligent. So we were pretty efficient at like solving that problem though. I feel like we very quickly like addressed the root of it and like determined how big scale the issue was, I guess. I don't know. So I may have went a little too far. According to these, I may have done a little too many, but I think it's fine.
I guess my big challenge right now is just like where are the shadows on a jacket?
I guess we're assuming he's like top lit.
Yeah, top and front. But does that make his whole back a shadow?
That's what I was. I didn't have a great answer to that. This is what I ended
look
up.
at some models.
Yeah, my answer. I ended up doing like most of the back shaded, and I wasn't super happy with that. I'm thinking maybe if you do like around the shoulder blades, maybe that could look nice. But it might also make them look like huge and like really over exaggerate them. So I don't know. It's something we're gonna have to mess with and develop a bit. Because I'm not happy with my results, so I don't feel good giving advice for yours.
I think yours looked pretty good, though.
It was just the back that I didn't like. Like I feel like I went too far with it. I feel like too much of him is shaded, but I don't know for sure. I would say just try the bottom-up perspective view thing first, and then from there just kind of smooth out what's undoubtedly going to be like jagged weird lines. I would say definitely have like a pit stain looking shadow, and then just the whole underarm. I think what made it weird for me is I also shaded his shorts, so when I did that I had to connect it to the pit stain shadow, which meant I had to connect it to the back, and like it just kept getting bigger and bigger and like spreading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I did all of them. Now I gotta start exporting all of them. Okay, so I don't understand the users in chat thing. It says
What?
When you look at Streamlabs and you can see users in chat,
Yeah.
like it's the same Like it counts every time another TTD
Yeah.
viewer, Discord for streamers. Like, what does that mean?
I think they're bots in the chat.
But why does Discord for streamers? Like, is it because we use Discord? Like, it somehow knows and like,
No.
what
It's
is
just
that?
a random. It's just called that. They're just random bots.
How are they in the chat but not watching the stream?
I don't know. It's always like that though. It's been like that forever.
Yeah, I just now started like actually looking at it.
Yeah, I've always. I'm pretty sure it has to do like. I've always thought that it had to do with like it was the list of people who are ever in chat. So it could be a bot that just like pings it for one second.
Oh,
or
like
something.
ever in chat for the whole stream?
I think so.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Because then it would just be like, oh, new stream opens, and then the bot clicks on it for a second and moves on.
We have to look at that when someone joins in here, like Lance or whoever. See if it updates that. Man, this shit's so tedious. At least this isn't 2 minutes straight of animation data like it was with the work your body thing, so my fucking Blender isn't crashing. These are all really short and light. Yeah, we got to, in the tutorial, they did a bit of, they set up, what was it, the Unity tutorial, they set it up so that it transitions between the functions, like, randomly, and then they set it up so it, like, interpolates between them, so they, like, morph and blend. It looks super fucking cool. Like, that alone seems like that could be really fun to dive into, to try to make, like, music video visuals or something.
Mm-hmm. That seems too dark, right? At this point, I'm just trying to figure out the color.
Yeah, that's a little too dark. Usually I just select it and then just drag it, like, directly downwards. Well, it's on the circle.
But that's the thing. If you're doing folds, though, I feel like really thin, that doesn't look as bad.
Oh, yeah, if you're doing, like more harsh, specific lines, I guess. It also, I mean, it does depend on how you use it. But yeah, I would go a little lighter, I think.
There's a big difference between the two pixel sizes for me. Oh, it's just this one. Never mind.
There's a big difference in the number of remaining Pokemon.
Whoa!
I need to do my next DLC update on this the CRT bot thing. I would like to make it like a proper Discord bot. That would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I recorded an idle where I was just kind of like standing there and like looking around and, you know, just idle, and but I also tried to do like I don't know what I would call them, but you know, like idols are broken up with little like intermittent like animations, like they'll kind of like twitch their shoulder or like check their
Yeah.
watch or something. So I like recorded a bunch of those tied into it too. And I was thinking if I could like trim those all up and then somehow set it up to have those play at like a random interval. It could be kind of nice.
The thing is with Blender, I feel like the big differences between game engines and Blender are when you get into animation. Because
Yeah, that's
Blender
something that
is-
would be like fully handled in Unity, you think?
Well, the way Blender approaches animation is you're making a Pixar movie, and the way Unity or Unreal does it is you're looping these animations possibly forever. Like that's the kind of logic difference. So when it comes to like blending, it's harder to get a blend like you wouldn't be able to really randomize your blends, I guess, in Blender.
Yeah, okay.
You have to like choose exactly what it looks like in the frame. You can still blend between animations, but it's a harder, and it'll yield you like nothing but a Blender animation. You won't be able to pass the blends. Actually, you might be able to pass the blends over, but
So ideally I would use Blender to cut it up into individual animations and then use Unity to blend between them. Something like that.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
also,
sense.
I don't know about Unity's animation editor, but in this you can edit the keyframes and stuff with the grid, or the, what's it called? Not grid viewer. What's it called? Graph editor. So you can like add sine wave motion and stuff.
Like Street Fighter Alpha 2 may have overstayed its welcome a little bit. I was thinking too about how I added flip-flops to that character that I drew, and how like I'm gonna have to like add a bone to the flip-flops and like have them stay and then flop back up to the foot like that. I've never considered what animating that would be like. Actually wouldn't be too bad, but that's kind of interesting.
Probably as hard as any other animation, I imagine.
Yeah.
I guess it's not. No, it would be harder because you can't mocap it.
That's true, yeah. So it'd be about as hard as any other like adjustment I want to do to a already mocapped thing. Because there's no way to do that like dynamically. That has to be manually done.
No, you could definitely do it dynamically. You just like have the bone rotate from the toe, and then you limit the rotation, and then have it drop. I know you could do it in Unity at least, or like from a game perspective or a programming perspective.
Actually, yeah, I hadn't really thought about that. That's a good point. Yeah, actually, that might be fine.
What do you all think of our new ship, huh? How's she holding up?
All systems check. Everything's perfect.
Looks like you did another excellent job. Thanks, Tron. I'm always impressed how you're able to build such neat toys.
It's not that big of a deal, Diesel. I mean, you were able to get us the best kind of equipment, which let us finish the job a lot faster than it would have taken.
I know we spent a lot of money on this ship, which means we're going to have to work hard to get it back. That's why I've got something big planned for us this time. We're going to take the legendary treasure of the Nakai Desert, Diana's Key.
What? But that's supposed to be one of the biggest refractors in the world. How did you find it?
It wasn't easy. I had to spend a lot to get that information. That old junk dealer drove a hard bargain. Anyway, all right, you know the plan. I'm going to take ship B in. Man your stations, everyone. We're rolling out.
I think his voice sounds a little familiar.
Yeah, he's got a very like unique delivery.
What about me, Diesel?
He's really good at like cracking his voice the right way.
Enough work already. Can't have to take care of everything,
I feel like
But Diesel!
he might be from Persona. I'm thinking of like it's reminding me of one of the like attack voice lines in Persona. I guess I should look him up.
All right, boys. Ready?
Easel.
Diesel, Teasel.
Oh yeah, wasn't it? It's actually Teasel.
Oh yeah. Rob
Or maybe-
Smith. What is he most well known for? Jack shit.
Voice
yeah,
acting roles.
I was off. I don't know any of this.
He was Space Dog. Oh, you don't know him from JoJo?
Well, JoJo's Circus. I don't think this is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, I remember JoJo's Circus.
Oh. Okay, I think I've gotten enough. Yeah, I went through a bunch of our props from the prop jams and like remastered them, I guess. Really, I was just fixing like glaring problems, tweaking stuff that I thought looked a little off, and also fixing the texture sizes. So I did a good handful of them. Not all of them yet, though. But that should be helpful. Oh, is this Fear Factor? I was trying to figure out what this was for a while.
Yeah, I just did it in my head and made the connection like as soon as you said, "Oh, is this?" I said it too. Wait, what the fuck? Oh.
Alright, let's see the fridge throw animation on this guy. Let's see how that worked out. I'm worried because sometimes this cloning armature animation thing just works beautifully, and other times it just creates like a fucking monstrosity. Seems like it's working good right now. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just getting a lot of repeats right now. It's just like a little jittery, so I guess I just gotta clean up the little jitters.
Yeah.
Can I just delete this other armature? No. Why not? That's weird. Why is this not... This isn't how I expected it to get done.
What?
It's not like... This animation isn't being applied to this rig. It's like these other rigs are like pulling it or something. I don't know. Like if I delete this original rig, it like fucks up the whole animation.
Look at the bones and then look at the bone modifiers. I think I know what's going on. Yeah.
Am I in the right area?
Next one down. Yeah. Copy rotation.
Can I like apply this or something? Like, is there a way I can get the rig to just be independently like this is the animation? Or is it just inherently dependent on the other one now?
Maybe look up, maybe look that up. Apply bone modifiers. I'm pretty
Because
sure
I don't
you
want to
can
have all
save-
this.
You won't. You can apply because you don't have any keyframes on your thing right now. So if you just save keyframes for each, save keyframes for each frame that you want.
That's gonna be like a lot, right?
Well, it blends. You don't have to do every one. But right now you have like 250, right? On the other skeleton?
Something like that, yeah. I think this is completely full, yeah.
Yeah. The reason is just because mocap data, it takes every frame.
What
and
are all
that's also what-
these?
looks
it's-
like maybe it does put some keyframes on.
Didn't change anything when I got rid of them. What the fuck? Whatever. Okay, so I guess I start that as a keyframe.
Oh, do 0 if you can.
Well, at 0 he's at a T pose, so I was just gonna do that and then
okay.
drag it back. Oh, but it didn't matter. The fuck? Well, maybe now if I delete these, then it'll.
If you delete that, it's just going to keep that one keyframe.
Well, yeah, but it didn't do it right. Still,
Oh.
this isn't the right keyframe. I was just checking if that would work. Maybe if I get rid of these.
No, you saved that keyframe already. Just go back.
Yeah, it just doesn't like. The point I'm making is that this doesn't seem to work.
Maybe just I don't know how the website or I don't know how the software is supposed to work.
Yeah. I think in my head it was like
What
I
is
would
what's
save
different
these.
about it though?
if I save these as keyframes and then I go and delete the
Yeah.
other armature, then it's just like completely gone. It goes with it. Nothing happens now.
Oh well, maybe don't delete it quite yet. I don't know actually. It probably has to do with the modifiers.
Yeah. Maybe
it
there's
also
something in the
seems-
plugin.
Yeah, probably. It moves the original skeleton around a bunch to compensate for the difference.
Yeah, I'll try to do some research on that. I think I just left the controller unattended for this. That you're just beating the absolute shit out of this Powerpuff Girl.
Hi everyone, Rococo Studio. So we'll be bind or parent the bones to our mesh.
I'm gonna sit down.
So this is where I think some people have been running into problems with Rigify and retargeting. Normally when you're using Rigify, you might finish, setting up all the bones and then go to Rigify buttons and hit generate rig. And this will give you a more traditional animation rig with which you could do some keyframe animations. That's really what these rigs are built for. However, when you're retargeting mocap to this rig, it's not necessary to actually have this animation style rig. And indeed, it can make things more difficult. You can see that we have this panel called retargeting. So I'll go ahead and import that mocap that we exported from Rococo Studio. Just go to File, Import FBX. Then find that exported mocap and make sure to check automatic bone orientation and import the mocap. If we hit play, we can see that it's all imported correctly. And now to retarget this mocap onto our character, we will add it into the source field of the Rococo plugin. And then in the target field, we'll add our meta rig. And again, this is where I think people are getting confused and maybe adding in the rig that was generated by Rigify instead of the meta rig, which contains the actual bones that our character is parented to or rigged with. So after we've added our mocap and our character's skeleton, again, not the rig generated by Rigify, but the skeleton, we can hit build. These are going to retarget perfectly. But if you're using a character in an A pose, for example, you can check out our other Blender retargeting tutorials to troubleshoot any issues you might run into. So as long as these two are both in a T pose, I can hit retarget, and there we go. Now we have successfully retargeted our mocap to a character rigged with Rigify. So before we finish, let's go over an easy way to tweak your mocap after it's been retargeted. So right here, let's say we wanted to get rid of this clip.
Actually, I just thought of an idea while I was watching that. What if I just export just the dude and the armature as an FBX? And then, like, isn't there a check for, like, include animation or apply transform? Yeah. Let me try that. Or wait, no, I thought that was apply animation. There we get bake animation. That's what I was looking for.
That I'm pretty, yeah, you might be able to get away with that actually.
And then I make a fresh blend file and re-import that. Maybe it'll be independent of all the other rig bullshit.
Well, wait, it would keep the rig though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I just want this rig. I don't want this other rig. There's three
it a-
rigs.
Is your rig a child of the rig you don't want?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah, they're two separate things.
Yeah, 'cause it's just copying. Maybe. Like, maybe if you export it, it'll be fine.
I don't want to save all that. It's thinking. What the fuck? What the fuck? I guess I didn't check selected only. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Rookie mistake.
It
Nice.
should be on by default. I don't know why it's not.
Look at this. What is this? Holy fuck. Yeah, it imported all the shit I had hidden too. I don't get it. None of these are actually like animated. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, from the top. It's got a bit of a hunchback problem. I think that's kind of just like the mocap software, though. It has a, it gives your like your spine a pretty fucking nasty curve. But I think I could probably fix that pretty easily. But yeah, this is the I love refrigerators animation. This game is so fucked up. I thought that backdrop was like actually intentional, but it's doing the like infinite skybox thing. If you look at like the characters' trails.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like really fucked. And then when you get to the actual gameplay, it's like impossible to understand what's happening. Like I think the emulator just fucked up on this one.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, wait. What? What the fuck? It only has like the first 2 seconds of it. So I guess that's what those keyframes are. Why is it only keyframe like a little bit of it though? Maybe if I just hit record and then... No, that doesn't do anything. But yeah, the way I did my lighting, it comes out a little bit more like forward top. Like it lights, the light source is kind of like here rather than like right above him.
Mhm.
I guess is what I ended up with. I'm just not super happy with this, like to the back. I think maybe I could do like right in here, like stoop that in somehow. I'm not 100% sure though. Just the way I have the UV set up, that would be kind of a pain. I don't really feel like dealing with that. This is so confusing.
Clipping. We don't want this arm going into the body, right? And some people have commented that they want to use the Rigify animation rig, the rig that we're ignoring, to tweak the mocap. But unfortunately, this won't work. Instead, you can open up a new panel and select non-linear animation. And now if we hit this little button down here next to the track, we can add what's called an animation layer. And this will allow us to tweak the rotation of the bones without interfering with that original mocap animation. In fact, I'll even lock the original animation just to make sure that we can't touch it. So to get rid of this clipping, I'll select the bone I want to tweak, which is this
Hey, what's up Blender users, I'm Jonathan, and in today's video in Blender we need to go to File, Import, FBX, and import the Mixamo animation. You can see that the bones might be rotated a little bit weird. As you can see, in my case they are rotated outside, but this is okay, it will still work. For now we can just leave it as it is. And with the Rococo add-on installed, let's select the Mixamo armature as the source and the meta rig as
The
the
music
target.
is speeding up.
We now need to build a bone.
Really?
Yeah, just it like keeps slowing up and speeding down. Every once in a while it'll go down, da 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 na 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 na.
Oh, it's probably just animation, or probably the emulator. It's like like they catch back up with itself.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Bone list, which
keep
will show
messing up
us
this guy's
which bones
stripes.
the add-on thinks are the same. If there
I wonder
are
how
any
far I can
bones in your
control Z.
rig that aren't named accordingly, make sure you just go into edit mode, press
No.
F12 and rename them. For example, I renamed the head bone to head, and then press on rebuild bone list. We can now leave autoscale on, this way we can have the source rig be this big. And now let's click on retarget animation. You will see that the character is being moved out of place, but we can fix this later in the graph editor. For now, let's hide the source rig and play the animation. And you can see that this works quite well on our Lego character. Now let's quickly fix up the spine rotation and location. We can go into pose mode and select the spine. In another window, let's open the graph editor and check the different locations. We can use Alt and A to deselect everything and then double click.
Okay, something's just wrong. Because the way this guy did it, it had all of the animation data. And like when he went into pose mode on his initial rig. And for me, I just only have like 5 seconds of animation data. Or something, not even that.
It's got to be in the plugin then, like, because it's copying to rotation. Is there a bake button in the plugin or something? They like to finalize it. Something that finishes, maybe not bake, but
Oh, just because for him, he goes into pose mode and he has all the keyframes here going all the way out. So this doesn't make any sense. Unless, are the
Did he
keyframes like
rig-
hidden?
Did he rig his thing to the regular skeleton, like the first skeleton?
Yeah, he did like the exact same flow as me. He created a weird rig of like a Lego guy, and then he
Yeah.
got a Mixamo rig, and then he just brought it in,
the source
selected the source
and
as the
metal
Mixamo rig,
as the target.
the target as his
We
Lego
now need
rig,
to build a bone
went through the
list,
bone
which
list,
will
and then just
show
hit
us
retarget, and then he hit pose mode on his Lego rig, and it just has all the animation data.
up the spine rotation. and
Like, I don't know what's different. If I just redo it. No, it already did it. I'm gonna try to just do it from scratch, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if I import Fridge Guy as an FBX, it's independent, so it's not his same scene, I guess. I don't know. Definitely good to get these kinks out now. So I would really like to incorporate this mocap stuff as like part of our actual animation workflow. This shit is cool.
You're using Rococo? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. I mean, if there's an alternative, I'm definitely down to try
I'm
that
just
as
making
well.
sure I'm looking at the right one.
Oh god. What? That's not even the animation I had loaded in. What? Why is he doing noodle leg run?
Too many rigs, probably. Blender has a hard time when you have a ton of keyframes that are the same name.
What the fuck? Damn, I must have fucked up. Okay, from scratch, from the top. Okay, this guy has no keyframes, right? Nothing's happening. Good.
Oh, apparently Rococo is making gloves.
Whoa.
Rococo
Like
is like a
mocap
hardware
gloves?
company. Yeah, Rococo is a pretty decent sized company, looks like. The way this looks is like you can record straight into Blender.
Their program?
They have the retargeting section too, but there's a little thing before that on receiving data in Blender. Start receiver, do you do that?
No, I just record it in Luxor and then like take the FBX after that. But I think
so
Luxor needs to
Luxor.
be like the middleman. So that might be where there's some weirdness happening.
Yeah, because these people are using Mixamo rigs.
It just doesn't make sense to me why that would really cause a problem though, because like I can look at the rig that I'm importing and it looks the same as the Mixamo rigs that they have, you know what I mean? Like it's essentially the same thing, and it has the animation keyframes like normal, like that all seems fine.
Does he animate his guy in the video?
No, well he just takes a Mixamo animation, yeah, and then applies it.
Oh, okay. Make sure that both armature are in the same pose for correct retargeting. I assume that's how it is.
Well, thing is, like the retargeting works. Like that process seems to be working fine. It's just that like
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh, then really we just need to look up Blender apply modifier.
Okay, this is all working still. Okay, so now I'll try to I'm just trying this in a fresh blend file as well. God damn it. Oh wait, this is because I unchecked animation. That's why, that's why. There we go, yeah, okay. Do I have to add plugins like each time I start a new blend file? Is that how that works?
Start a new blend file? No. They should
Like,
be in there.
I don't know why Rococo isn't here anymore. Oh, is it because I'm in 2.93? Is that... Why am I in
Maybe you do have-
2.93 now?
Did you open it from like your desktop or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably got auto updated and then it chooses 2.93 as the default.
Is
So
there
you
a way to
have
just...
open-
How do I just, like, import my...
Is this
old
your first
items?
time doing 2.93? Like opening
I
it?
guess so. It might be my first time
When it-
noticing it.
When it first opens, it gives you a choice to do settings from the last version.
Oh, and then is it just... Oh, wait. I don't know. And then is it that's just my last shot at it?
I don't know. I've never seen it again, but you could probably find it again. Import.
Well, I could just re-download Rococo as well. That's all I'm using right now.
How to transfer settings in Blender. Oh, so you have to move the config file over in the Blender folders.
Okay.
So you open the older versions folder, open config, copy user preference.blend, and then put it into the config of the new Blender.
What the fuck? Did it, like, just now update? Like, Rococo just now worked. And then I closed refrigerators and opened it, and then now it's on 2.93 and it's gone again. Is it because I launched it from here? And then opened it? That must be what happened, yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna use 2.92 for now. I don't feel like dealing with that. Fuck. This makes literally no sense, but for some reason this run animation is like inherently tied to him. So when I import him, I have to import him without any animation data to get
You
rid of
baked
that.
it, didn't you? Isn't that what baking is?
Well, but I undid that after I was just testing it. There's no animation on him anymore. Like, I deleted the armature and deleted all his keyframes.
It's not inherently linked, it's just hidden. I know what you're talking about.
Let me try. Like, this is the original blend file that I created the FBX from, and there's no animation.
You're looking in the timeline. Change the timeline to dope sheet. And you have all of them selected?
Yeah.
Well, there's a yellow bar going through it, so there is something. Go from dope sheet to action editor.
As you will see, this
Maybe it's because it's doing one of these.
conversation of an
Or wait, but he's not animating. What is he? Does he move when you're not in pose mode?
No. So that's what I'm saying. He doesn't do anything, and then when I export him as an FBX, he starts running.
Of this peculiar tale we are about
Like I don't understand that at all.
Well, maybe open up in the drop down, the outliner, up in that little drop down window, the right one. No, right of the second one to the left.
This one?
Yeah, orphan data. Just clear it all. Just do purge. Might help it. That's
Okay.
usually the fix for when things. A lot of times, if you don't see something but it is presenting itself anyway, then it's because Blender has it saved as an orphan data. But maybe not. Is bake animation still on it
That's a good point.
when you export it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose I should uncheck that, but I want to leave it on to see if that got rid of that, because I don't want there to be some weird, goofy run animation like under the hood this whole time. Now I import it, and I leave animation on. Yeah, and there it goes. Like what?
Are you importing the skeleton too?
Yeah. They're both. I control clicked both of them, and then did selected items only. Like, it's so weird too, because I haven't seen this run animation since like a week ago. It ultimately doesn't matter because I can just import it as an FBX without the animation data. It's just like, what the fuck? Maybe this is what's causing the other weirdness. Maybe once I re-import it fresh, and then I don't have any animation data tied to it, that'll fix it. Yep, that is spelled incorrectly. Oh, hey, there it is. Okay. That did it. Look, it's all
Nice.
there now. Okay, does that mean I can delete the other armature then? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
just realized what happened.
Really?
I think last time that you tried to pose this guy for the stream, you left keyframes on. Isn't
And
you
then the
said that
keyframes were the run?
then they were saved in the orphan data, probably because you may have closed Blender and then it saved it.
It
and it's
wasn't.
autosave.
Deleting the orphan data isn't what fixed it, though.
Well, like not the orphan data, but like the mesh or the
The
I guess
armature?
it is the same thing, but you said you hadn't seen that pose since like last week.
Yeah. Well, it was a whole animation too. It wasn't just a
Yeah.
pose. Oh, wrist crack. Okay, so now I get to the point where I clean all this up. So right off the bat, I want to get rid of that T-pose at the beginning. Unless, I mean, do you know of a reason why it's like that?
Yeah, a lot of game engines like it.
Oh, so should I leave it?
That probably, but
Okay.
I can't think of a reason exactly why to keep it. But
I guess it doesn't really matter. It just like annoys me that it's not a clean loop because of it.
Yeah. I think it might have to do with game engines maybe loop from frame 1 and they don't
Oh,
use
they don't
frame
start
0.
at 0?
If I had to guess, it would be they store the default
makes
pose in
sense.
frame 0.
So should I mean, maybe I just like delete every other frame in this or something like that? Like just to lighten the load a bit and let blending handle some of that?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a
think-
faster way to do that.
Either way, it's gonna save every keyframe, I'm pretty sure, like once it goes to Unity. So maybe just do...
Yeah, but I think it'll
the
make it
key-
look a little smoother still, right?
Yeah, that's true. Probably will.
Just because there's some weird jitter that comes with the VR chat. I mean, not
You
VR
do have
chat.
to, once you do this, ask me how to change interpolation,
God,
because that makes a big difference.
is there a faster way to do that? This is a
Yeah,
huge pain.
there might be, this would remove your progress. Actually, I'll test it before I make you test it.
I mean, what? Oh, here's our interpolation mode. Keyframe type.
Oh, yeah.
Handle type. Easing mode.
Interpolation mode. So like that's the how it moves between keyframes. So linear would be like it moves it at the same speed the whole time, or no,
Like at a
constant is
robot?
it moves it. Yeah, constant is the real interesting ones are the last 3 because they're not humanized, but you could definitely see how they could be used. I guess you won't be able to see until you're blending, but either way, the best one is just like Bezier. Is there? Okay, maybe there isn't. There used to be, or in the mesh, in edit mode, you can do checker deselect, and it deselects every other one.
Is that's what they call it? Like checker deselect?
Yeah.
Or checker
searched-
select, I guess.
I checked. I think it's. Yeah, they don't have checker in this one.
Dang.
In the dope sheet. In general, though, if you're gonna be like editing keyframes or editing like the blend between keyframes, the graph editor is probably a better way to do it.
Damn.
Deleting them in all at once, though, probably would be easier in the dope sheet. Now that I think
So
about
yeah,
it.
I gotta
Choosing-
go.
choosing each one.
I can't even do that. Oh, there we go. I
No.
have to shift. Jesus Christ, that'd be such a pain.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm
the
looking into
exact same thing.
if there's a clean way to do this. Then this guy's like writing a script. Oh no, he's doing every second keyframe of an object, not every 2 keyframes.
I've heard this song a lot.
If you select the keyframes and simply scale them down, then scale them back up, it will effectively remove the in-betweens by whatever factor you scaled.
I actually thought of that, but I didn't know about the.
Ah.
It changes the time though, so I don't know. I feel like you still have to speed it up.
Oh, it's at the same speed. Because that when I scale it back up, it's at the same speed.
How do you scale it differently?
I
Do you
just
scale
S,
it one way?
and then I apply it, and then I S again.
Oh, you
It scales it about the timeline.
Yeah.
It's starting to look a little chunky there, but...
Oh, well, they're not even. Look,
Oh, whoops. I mean,
forgot.
I think the previous one was even.
it scales around the playhead. So you had it at like frame 40, and it was scaling unevenly
Oh, okay.
before.
Let me do it from scale 0 then. And I'll do like that, and then like that. That's still not quite even. I mean, it still looks okay though.
Yeah. Do try the different interpolation modes now. I mean, it is every 2 frames.
Oh, look at
so-
that. Now he blends from the T-pose. I
Oh,
should
yeah,
probably...
you probably from frame 1.
I'll just drag this frame up like that. Yeah. Okay, and now I just... Interpolation mode. So what is it on currently?
Probably linear. Oh no, that's different.
It doesn't look too different.
Well, I was gonna say it's every 2 frames, so it's so small.
Yeah.
If it was like every 6 frames, then you'd really see a difference. That way it looks a little bit older. You could see.
It looks like jittery.
Yeah, because it's not smoothing the between each frame. It's just going straight to the next frame.
That's kind of cool. It
And
looks
honest-
like
yeah, I was about to
Spider-Verse.
say, it fits really well with the blockiness.
And then the Bezier. I'm gonna scale the... Oh, whoops. I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna put even less frames. Let's do linear now. It's actually not even that bad. I would redo the timing a little bit. I would make that punch a little faster.
Yeah, redoing
That's honestly not that bad though.
redoing timing is the better use of graph editor, not messing with like frames, but because graph editor is like it's like if you were to do a keyframe, like a volume keyframes or something in in Premiere. I assume it's the same for Vegas, where it like
This
creates a
isn't a
little graph.
T-pose anymore.
Yeah, I think you
Fuck.
scaled the first frame into 0. Because you had the playhead on 1, or you had the playhead on 0.
Fuck, yeah, I should have the playhead on 1. Okay, so I also have to select everything except that frame. Okay. That was an interesting technique this guy figured out, though.
Yeah, I never knew you could apply in the timeline.
I mean, I don't have to do anything to apply it. I just, like, clicked off of it and then clicked back.
Wait, what?
Like, look, I just go scale. That's applied it, and now I scale back. That's all I'm doing.
Oh.
Like, I'm not actually hitting an apply button or anything like that. I think just doing...
Oh,
I
it's
think
combining them.
Yeah,
I see.
scaling that and then letting go is, like, kind of applying it.
Yeah, they combine the ones that are on the same. So yeah, you are, by doing that, you are losing some keyframes, I guess.
Yeah, that's the point, though. That's, like, what I want. I'm trying to get rid of keyframes.
But you wouldn't want like the peak of the arm punch, right? Like you'd want you want the farthest the punch could reach in an animation, right?
Yeah. I figured that's something that I would...
It's definitely, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like that's the one, there's one little negative to it. Because it blends between like the farthest they can go, you know?
There we go. It gives that punch a lot more impact. Wow. It's a little jank, but... Maybe it looks weird because everything speeds up. Whatever. What if I could just copy this first frame and then put it at the end so that it's a perfect loop? That's a little awkward. What if I could just copy all of these and then just like reverse them? What have I done? What? Where'd they all go? Oh, fuck. Why do the keyframes only show up in object mode? What the fuck?
You're selecting the rig,
Yeah.
and then edit mode in the rig.
Shouldn't the keyframe show up in pose mode?
I don't know. They should. I don't know why they aren't. Is it an action?
Maybe? I don't really know what that means.
In the dope sheet, when you switch to action editor, is it playing in the action editor? Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, so instead of, don't delete it, just switch to, like, choose a different action and see if there's an empty choice. No, there's not.
What the fuck is this one?
That's the first one.
What is he? Why does he act like this?
I don't know.
He's like stabbing. Whatever. I'm just trying to have this transition from the punch back to the idle be a little more natural. Oh, that works.
You can make it loop automatically, I think. If you
Well, I'm just trying to have the first keyframe match the last keyframe, you know?
yeah, if you do it's called make cyclic. You right click. I think you select all the keyframes, then right click. And then it's under one of those.
What does that do?
It makes it so that at the end, it doesn't treat the last keyframe as the end of the keyframe. It just keeps blending,
Oh, so it'll blend the first and the last keyframes together?
basically. Where is it? That's weird.
What did you call it? Keep cyclic or something like that?
Make cyclic. It should be... Oh, that's weird. It used to be under easing mode. Maybe it's under keyframes now. Huh. I'm not sure where it went. Maybe right click where it says summary to the left. Nothing.
Oh, there we go. Make cyclic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta select all of them.
Oh right. It's not interpolation. It's extrapolation.
Oh.
And it's technically a modifier. So you can remove it at any time. Do you want to... Because I think I'm gonna call it pretty soon. I don't
Okay.
have that much done, but I'm starting to get very tired. So I think I'll just focus on trying to help get this the rig, or help with the issues. But you can add modifiers to your keyframes if you want.
What do those do?
Wait, couldn't you just bring the animation? Can you just like make the animation shorter?
Oh, what do you mean?
If you're just like copying keyframes over.
I guess that's
I guess.
true. I just want to make sure it blends from this to this naturally. I mean, I guess I don't really need the fight idle at all, huh? I could just start from here Bam. Just
Yeah.
get the punch and then the recoil. So if I just delete all of these and I didn't really consider that, yeah. Oh wait, I need the T-post still. Look how his foot like boom, like arcs up for some reason. It's not like that on this frame. Why does it arc his foot up when I copy and paste it? Ah, what the fuck is... Oh, whatever.
I think I finally figured out there was like a little problem with his neck. I think I figured it out finally. The collar.
What was it?
I was putting 4 stripe. I've made a bunch of stripes on here, just in the sense of like how I was thinking before. I would want to do a pattern, and then just put it on the guy, you know. So I made a bunch of stripes, not thinking of how many there are, but I didn't think about that when I put it on him. There was too many stripes. There we go.
Oh, we need 2.
Why can't I do in front? Oh wait, is it under the bone settings? Yeah, it is, okay. This is a good track. Okay, this is not as much of a banger. There we go, okay.
Oh. Was that the game? I didn't see.
Yeah, it was One Piece game. That's not a One Piece game, really. It's fake One Piece.
Oh no, I thought it was still Dennis the Menace.
Oh.
I was gonna say, like, I saw in the Dennis the Menace that song in the comments, the YouTube comments for the one I was watching. Was like, how come every shit game always has the best composer? And then that like just over and over. I do agree to a certain extent that Dennis the Menace's composer need not go that hard.
Why does it do this?
What's it doing?
Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Look at his toe. When it
Slow
loops,
down.
it goes click, click, click. And I copied the keyframes from the first frame of every bone in the foot and put it at the end, so it should be identical.
After you made a cyclic, right?
Yeah. So I gotta undo the cyclic.
Undo the cyclic and then redo the cyclic. And that might fix it. But it also might just be that that's what the keyframe looks like. You just have to manually... So if you go under summary, if you can see like the bone chains, and you can go to a specific bone and click its keyframe and then edit it.
Can I look at like the specific bone's rotation, like the actual number of it?
In Graph Editor you can.
Whoa.
So y-axis is rotation, x is time. And each color is X, Y, Z, and W.
What is W?
Quaternion length.
I don't know what
If
that
you want to
means.
change it from quaternion to Euler for angle, it's the way a quaternion works is that it has X, Y, and Z from 0 to 1, or it has X, Y, and Z from 0 to 1, and then it has a W pointing towards a direction with 0 from 0 to 1. So if you go to the bones in the object view, I believe, or in the, maybe if you select all of it. I actually forget now. I haven't done this part in so long.
Select all of this.
But try and go into the object viewer on the right, the yellow thing, the yellow drop down, object view. And then under well, wait, let me look on my, I can't really see. Oh yeah, it says XYZ.
Oh yeah, somebody
Euler.
rated with a party of 1.
Oh hey, thank you.
I don't know how long
We
ago that
appreciate it.
was. I must have completely missed that.
That was very nice.
XV Void.
Sweet. Well, we're just trying to troubleshoot right now. So
Yeah, a real exciting point to jump in. Look at this. Ah, action guy.
anyway, the
The problem is his foot. Right here, if you watch his foot, bop, bop. Every loop, it does that little jut. So we're just trying to make it where it'll be like a smooth thing. But this is like a mocapped animation I did with my VR full body stuff. And that's the
What I was-
I love refrigerators guy. I'm sorry. Just wanted to catch
well,
everyone up.
yeah. We got off track though because we went to the graph editor to change the rotation, and that's not what you. That's the hard way.
I mean, all I want to do is just find the rotation that this bone is at right here, and just copy it to right here.
Yeah,
That's all I
you
need
can-
to do.
You can do that, and you can do that in the dope sheet.
It just doesn't work when I just Control C, Control V it.
Yeah, because you're copying the whole thing.
So I go in the dope sheet, I select the 2 bones that I want affected, right, which are these ones. I mean, I think,
See right away.
I don't
that
know which one
keyframe-
is causing the problem.
Oh wait, whoops. I'm looking at the stream, so I'm delayed.
Oh.
So those, when you select that, like the way dope sheet works is like the top one is all the keyframes on that frame.
Oh, then this is the individuals.
Yeah, so those are the chains. So you have to keep going down the drop downs.
So I'm just unclear which bone is actually rotating that's causing the problem, I guess.
Yeah, just watch.
It's hard to tell. I think it's
Looks
this
like
one.
it's the, yeah, it definitely is. Oh wait, no, but the toe.
No, it is
Look,
the
it's-
toe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, there's no frame here. Okay, so if I copy this one and then put it here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you go.
look at him go. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure. I was doing animations for him as if he's going to be like in a fighting game. Like I did a light punch, a heavy punch, a light kick, a heavy kick, and then I did like a special move where he like throws his fridge. But I really don't know what this is actually going to be for. I guess I'm just assuming it's going to be like, maybe when we inevitably use him, it could be like a GTA situation where you could just fight anybody.
Yeah. I like
That could be a
the
fun way
idea.
to take it.
I remember before I kind of wanted to use the idea of like in a story where like people who work at the bakery are all they all specialize in baker style fighting.
That could
And,
be
like,
there could be some overlap between that idea and the mall idea.
that's what I was thinking. This could be fridge style.
I like that.
The
All right,
only
well now
problem
I'm
with-
noticing he has like a spike coming out right here. I
Yeah.
need to get into weight painting and mess with that. But yeah, we
But the
try to
only-
do every day. We try to come on here and just stream ourselves working on something Blender related, with the ultimate goal of just, you know, eventually making games using all this knowledge we accumulate. What is causing that little point? Sorry, were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say that like the problem inherently with like having different groups have different styles is like you have to kind of know a little bit about fight styles and like their differences and stuff, you know.
You have to like
say
find a
something-
way that they're like connected, like
Yeah.
how
like to
how
call
would I say
something-
something's fridge style?
Yeah. Like what
Yeah.
are the principles of a fridge style? Love.
Heft. It's a heavy style.
And it's a cold style.
That's true. That's true.
No, it should be. It's a fighting style designed to be like you fight in a fridge store. So like all the moves derive from moving around fridges and opening fridges.
Yeah, they like slam fridge doors into people's noses and shit.
Yeah.
See this fucking little pointy boy. I gotta. Oh wait, did I get him? I think I got it. Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, did I tell you I got Shiv 2?
What?
I got Shiv 2.
You got shivved?
Chivalry.
Oh. No, I didn't know that.
It's been pretty good.
How do you compare it to other
Mordhau?
one, Mordhau so far?
I think, well, so I'd never played For Honor, but I saw my brother was really into it and I would watch him play it every once in a while, and it reminds me a little bit more of For Honor. The way, like
The like
there's a few more-
directional blocking and shit.
Actually, no, I can't even say for the mechanics. It's more like the way people move and stuff. Like there are more canned animations than in Mordhau. Like there's like it makes it feel more real in some senses, and it's way more fast, I think, than Mordhau. But it's also it's cool. It's like it simultaneously adds more mechanics to the fighting and makes the fighting seem simpler. There's like more.
It's a
more
good
of the
recommendation
plays-
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I
More
gotta
of
use.
the, like, moves are high risk. There's like only a couple moves that are like low risk. So most people will be doing that. But in Mordhau you just have a kick as your melee, and in Shiv you have a kick and a punch.
It's all in the mind.
Also, they have classes. It's not like you choose like your you don't like make your own guy who has like whatever things you want on him. You choose between knight, archer, footman, and something else I forgot. Raider, I think. And the knight has like each one has its own special move, and the knight's special move is he tackles people, and the tackle is so fun.
I did play with that because I played the demo or the beta for a little while, and
Yeah.
I just kept tackling people.
So
It's
fun.
like temperamental though. Like when it works, it's fucking like amazing.
Yeah.
But then there will be times where it doesn't. I like run up to someone and I'm like full charge, and I just kind of like bounce off them or something.
Yeah, I think if you can block the tackle. If you block with the tackle, then it doesn't affect you.
But
have
when
to,
you
like,
land
catch
one,
someone-
you just full charge, just sideswipe
Yeah.
somebody, and they just fucking topple over like it's the funniest shit. Every game
Yeah,
should
I
have
mean,
that.
We wanted
It's so
to get rid
cool.
of this.
It was. I just had a really
don't want
cool
this
moment
arm
last night where I was fighting
right?
a guy for like a
Some people
long
have
time, just
commented that they
alone,
want to
aside from
modify
everyone else.
animation rig,
And then out, like,
a rig that we're
right when I was
ignoring.
about to kill him, some knight just like,
But unfortunately,
I didn't see him coming at all. I just like was about to kill him, then my guy just flew, and then it was like, oh shit, now it's two guys, and we just kept fighting for a long ass time, and more people kept showing up.
I really like that you can get downed and revived as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I had a similar
great.
like cinematic moment where I got downed and like crawled up some guy and he crouched over and was like getting me up, and like an arrow just came like from between his eyes, just right in my face.
Oh wow.
The head just popped and he just flopped over. Like he just died trying to save me, and I felt horrible. And then I died.
Yeah, they have a mechanic too where if you are downed but you punch someone in the legs like 2 or 3 times, you can get back up. So,
What? I didn't know that.
yeah, if you punch someone while you're down, you get some of your blood back, and you do it a couple times, you can stand again.
That's crazy.
So there's this, you down a guy, and then everyone is just like, kill him, because like it doesn't.
In fact,
You're
I'll
just a
even
zombie
block the
basically as
original
soon as you get
animation
downed.
just to make sure that we can't touch it.
You down a guy and he just starts crawling at
So
you
to
and
get rid of
punching
this
your
clipping,
feet.
I'll
The
select
first
the
time it
bone I
happened to
want
me
tweak,
was a
which
learning
is this
experience because I
forearm
got him
bone.
and I was like, "Ha, you're
And then I'll
fucked. You're
open
on the
up
ground." And he
side
kept punching
panel of
me,
the
and then he
animation
got
editor
up and
make
chopped my
sure
head
that
off.
Combine is selected and not replaced.
I thought he was fucked for sure.
So now I'm setting up animation layers, so I should be able to apply some sort of transform on top of the existing animation we have.
What are
Just because his wrist twists in a weird way, and maybe I could over exaggerate the final punch pose, you know, without
Do they
having to
have
mess with the
animation layers?
original. I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right here.
Oh yeah, good. That was a, what is that called?
Then I
That
will
window?
set a keyframe at the beginning of where I want my
Something animation, like direct
Non-linear
animation,
animation.
non-linear.
my
The
tweak
NLA
curve.
is how it's always called NLA.
Oh, okay.
In the that whole system used to be like the most complained about by far. Like it was the worst, maybe I guess second worst, because they have a video editor in here too. But I would
I will
never
say
use
the
it.
video editor has a plugin that has the best fake VHS filter I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember. I think though that might have been a compositing thing, which wouldn't be surprising that it would be really good. Have you used Compositor at all?
I mean, I think I did
No.
just to get rid of some grain.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you can set up like basically anything that you can set up in a shader. This is why I like it so much. Like shaders have all this like research independently done by people, just like artists trying to get things to work and stuff, and programmers, where you can get like crazy results in in shader code, and you can't really do like you can't get like those kind of visuals and stuff just from like video editing, because video editors don't have like procedural generation of any kind. But in the compositor, you can do anything that you would do with a shader, basically, just with video. So it's fucking incredible. It's like something that
Is that what
like,
After Effects does too?
I mean, After Effects is a lot better. But you actually, like, I've seen plenty of people online who said, like, I just use the compositor, I don't use After Effects. And I remember going like, okay, dude, like, you're definitely just wasting your time. But it is very plausible. It just uses a ton of time to replace After Effects with compositor altogether. I don't totally get what the point of After Effects is, though.
As far as I
'Cause, like,
understand,
I get-
After Effects is like for just doing like strictly the really big, crazy, like
I get that.
what's the word, like
I get, like,
combining
what
multiple
people-
things together. There's a smart word for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I forget.
Synthesizing, compositing. There you go.
I get that, like, it is used for compositing, but, like, I don't get why Adobe. I've been using Premiere, and every once in a while I'll go and search, how do you do this in Premiere? And they say you have to have After Effects, and it's literally something that they had in older versions of Premiere that they moved to After Effects or something. Like, I've noticed they put way more work into After Effects, it seems.
That's definitely possible. Yeah.
Maybe Premiere is just like really weak software at its core or something, and they're like barely able to fit what they have.
I don't think the arm should flop out like that. That's kind of, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like the arm should stay straight, or should stay bent as it comes back. His left hand kind of just flops. It goes like floom, floom. It should, if it stayed rigid, I feel like that might look a little bit better. It shouldn't be too hard. So that just means right here. I just like that, kind of. Is there a clip there? Looks like he's like grabbing something out of his wallet with his left hand almost.
I gotta go to models resource.
Look at some reference.
Yeah, I'm lost on the shading. I guess, I mean, maybe part of, because I'm no good at shading and drawing either. And this, I mean, this is 1-to-1 pretty much. Like, you do have to, I don't have any lights. But you really, I think the whole point is that you do have to just choose a light source and then stick with it.
I just realized his
light
like
direction.
shading right here on his stomach is all fucked up. I don't know how this happened. Like the UVs are all wrong. What the fuck happened?
Maybe something, maybe when you scaled.
Maybe.
Scaled the UV.
I'll have to go through and fix this. This game's really
There's
funny.
An ad, sorry, no, it was an ad for the International Beauty Show in Las Vegas just came up, and it just said IBS Las Vegas. Oh, also, do you remember a while ago when we were trying to figure out why they cut Peach up for Melee.
Yes. Why they butchered my girl like that?
I'm pretty sure it was for I guess I have no real news about it, but I just had a thought today. It was probably so that like early animations wouldn't stretch other parts of the body. I was just thinking, like, they definitely didn't have mouth bones, like complicated mouth bones. So if you were to like move the mouth, you'd probably stretch the eyes too.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
I was just thinking about how they like. For some reason I got a mental image of all the pieces separately, and I remember thinking like, oh, like where they cut, I guess. And I was thinking like, yeah, that would be all those cuts were where like it would get stretchy. It would look stretchy if you pulled the armature really far.
So it's like what I was talking about, how a robot is easier to make because you can
Yeah,
keep everything
it's literally
static, but it's
I
just
think
that
that's what it was.
multiplied to like the extreme.
Yeah, it's more just like if you were to make a toy doll, you know, like if you wanted the arms to move, you'd have to have cuts in the arms and stuff.
That makes sense.
A junior chunky burger, curly fries, and a large chocolate frosty, please.
Man, we keep getting. I feel like we get this so much.
I literally was going, what does Sonny get? What does Sonny get? So I could say it at the same time.
A large chunky burger.
Next, please.
Next, please.
Here it is.
He just gets a water, doesn't he? But yeah, we get Parappa so often. Not that I'm complaining.
I forgot. That reminds me. I want that. I gotta write that down.
That ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Yeah. Gotta
Gotta do what?
I just wrote Parappa, but hold on, that's not right.
That's not gonna be helpful when you look at that like in an hour or
Honestly,
in a week.
it probably would. I can't think of any other Parappa, but does.
What the fuck? Where's the?
Gotta do
Where's this
what?
UV? Oh, there it
Gotta
is.
do
God.
what? What console should I look at?
PS2, probably. I don't know. To me, PS2
I
is
literally-
probably the biggest
I
inspiration.
clicked on PS2 though, and it's not. This looks way too good. Maybe not. Maybe it's just great.
I think modeling
texture.
wise. What? I gotta full screen that. That's great.
You know what? If you look at the polys, that is about where we're at, I feel like.
That's what I was saying. It's like model wise, I think we're PS2 level, and then texture wise, we're a little above PS1 level. I feel like we're in a little bit of a middle area, and I kind of like that.
PS 1.5.
Yeah, I guess. I still feel like the jump between 1 and 2, PS1 and PS2, is like probably the biggest one.
Isn't it? That's always the thing, though, that they say. The PS2 was like the weakest of its generation.
Yeah, I think it's just the diminishing returns thing, where like, or I guess it's more about just how ugly PS1 was.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like technologically the biggest jump, but I feel like if you just look at a PS1 game and a PS2 game, they're like, for the most part, it's like, holy shit.
I feel like maybe the developers or something like got better in that time too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't necessarily mean it's like strictly a technical thing. I just mean like,
Yeah.
if you just look at the
that's-
games, it's like,
I don't
oh,
even. It's only something I've heard though, and I don't even know if I. Like, I have no confirmation of it.
It wouldn't surprise me necessarily.
Yeah, there's so many.
I mean,
like
was the
that all
PS2
fucking-
competing with the Xbox original? Is that gen, or is that a gen off?
Xbox 360.
PS2 was not against Xbox 360.
Really?
No,
Let me
PS3 and
let me
Xbox
confirm
360.
This rumor then. Yeah, because then I don't know what its
I think its competitor was just Xbox original.
weakest console.
Well, it's gonna say like Atari, right?
Oh well, this says this generation was the first ever where the weakest console was also the weakest selling. Wait. What? I don't know.
Really?
Never mind. I thought this. Well, no. It was in the Google thing. It looked like this was all one long. Like this is better than this, which is better than this, which is better than this. It's a bunch of pairs.
This is there's potential for like a meme here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was the PS1 that I heard that rumor about.
So
It's gonna look at weakest console.
if I want to move on to a new animation now, should I start a new blend file and import this guy again and then import the new animation, or can I keep them all in one blend file?
You can keep them all in one blend file using the action editor.
So I go graph or dope sheet and then action
Dope
editor,
sheet, action editor, and then
and then I create a new one.
so the way it works is when you do a new one, it makes, well, it's kind of confusing with action editor. They really shouldn't have it be like a drop down and then you go through another drop down to see the timeline, because like if you put an action on just any of them
Shouldn't there be one already since he's doing shit?
Right, so that's what I was gonna say. He's doing what's on the timeline right now,
So should I just pick one of these? Oh, okay.
and so nothing happens.
What the fuck are all of these? Like, I think this is the punch, and then this is the punch before I cleaned it up, I guess? Oh no, what the fuck? I don't know what that one is. And then I also don't know what this one is. Should I just delete these?
I don't think they'll delete even if you press X.
Oh, it just like unlinks it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's up here, right? That's orphan data, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think you might have to press X and then purge orphan data if you want to get it completely gone.
Whatever. Okay, so back on track then, I guess.
Let me look up again, because I just ran through it in my mind and there's a missing step somewhere.
Because I figured, in my mind, I figured I could just keep them all as separate blend files. And like...
Yeah, that's not worth doing though. That's way more work. You can save them all as actions. It's just it's confusing first time around.
I need to get more dances. I should have done more dances when I had the mocap thing. I just personally don't dance. I just like making my characters dance.
Yeah. So I think that if you were to continue with this and get more advanced, you will surpass my ability to help you.
Okay.
There's a bunch of stuff that I've done with animation that was lost. Basically, all my experience was lost. You know, when you like learn to do something just to get it done and you don't actually learn it.
That's why I wanted to do more of these, like, just animation-focused jams.
Yeah.
Because I know this is going to be important, and I feel like I could get good at this.
I've done this before, or maybe just try and make a new one and see what happens.
It's like boom, 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 boom. Is anyone home? Boom, 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 boom. Hey! He's like
Is your
looking
refrigerator
through the...
running?
Boom, boom, boom. So I unlink action then, right? And then I go new. Is that gonna fuck everything up if I unlink that?
I
Oh
think you're
no!
okay.
Oh no! What have I
No.
done?
When you rotated
Okay, I fixed it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, he's still doing it, but that doesn't matter, right?
that's so if you go back to the timeline, he should have those keyframes on there.
Can I just, like...
Yeah, that's probably the smarter way to go.
Damn, this shit's getting complicated looking, though. Why does he have, like, 4 keyframes? What the fuck? This shit confusing. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So he's doing his punch and his other move at the same time.
This is his crab mode.
Yeah.
This actually looks kind of cool. Like, the clipping aside, I feel like the movement of this animation kind of works.
Yeah, maybe if
His
you just
energy.
yeah, it's a speed thing.
God.
And he's look at his leg. It's going fully straight. His back leg's fully straight on that punch.
Okay, how do I fix this? Okay, there we go.
So if you
Oh wait,
delete
is it
the
because I have
keyframes-
this up?
Partially, they work in tandem. If you delete the keyframes just on the timeline, he still does it.
Why?
Select the action,
Wait, let me put it in pose mode, actually.
or well, it's because of the NLA editor. It's playing in the editor.
Oh, wait, I'm dumb. I don't want to delete those. Those are the keyframes for when I was fixing his wrist.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that's probably what that was. So yeah, if I delete that... Yeah, okay, that's what that was. Okay, okay. I forgot. That makes sense. So I guess now that I'm, like, done with it, is there a way I just, like, compress it into one thing?
Yeah, I believe push down is the one you want.
Yeah, okay, I think I did it. But, no.
So look at the NLA editor. It's playing your clip.
Oh, so it's
before.
putting...
It's putting it on top.
So I have these two animations already, and then it's putting that other... It's putting the
Yeah.
same animation on top and just combining them into one, like, super fucked up version of it.
This is what makes Blender really weird, I think, is that the timeline is the same. Like, when I said that, like, that it's geared more towards if you're making, like, a movie.
Yeah.
The timeline defines how long the scene is, but it's also defining how long the action is. So you need to be able to, you, like, have to move the timeline length a lot, I think.
So if I were to import a new animation that's longer, if I switch back and forth between them, I have to extend the edge, kind of.
Yeah.
So how do I just move on to a fresh animation from here? Like, everything I do is going to stack on top of my existing animations, right?
Yeah. So you
So
have
that's
to...
what we're trying to figure out, I guess.
You can, if you just uncheck them, I don't think they'll play anymore.
Okay. But now why is he in this pose? Oh, I guess because I don't have anything selected. Okay. So now I still don't get this one, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so this is the original one pre-wrist break now. Or pre-wrist fix.
Mm.
But I don't think this is the best way to do this, right?
Yeah. So when you were fixing his wrist, you were seeing your changes on top of the original thing that was playing. And then when you look at just one of them...
This is nice that I can see the before and after really easily. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely worth it.
I just once again went a couple steps ahead, and I'm gonna be topping out on answers in about 3 questions probably.
So it's starting to look more and more like I should just have separate blend files for every animation. Like that
don't
feels
think
like
so, though.
that feels
That-
like the
that-
fix here.
Maybe. I think it's more you should just export them as FBXs or something.
Because in my head, I imagine being able to go down this drop-down table and just have it be like punch, kick. It's all in the mind.
Yeah, and you should, but you can move stuff over in the NLA editor. But I don't know if you can just turn off the NLA or something. I've never used the animation layers workflow. I've always used the like single layer, I guess.
Step on the brakes. Step on the brakes. Step on the gas. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Hey! Okay, I'm just gonna save it as a separate file for now, and maybe as I get more practice with this, I'll be able to actually solve this. And like, what I'm afraid of is down the road after I've done this, you know, 50 times, and I have all these separate blend files. Then when
Yeah,
it
it's
comes
gonna-
time to put it to Unity, I'm like, it's this huge pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But in my mind, when we put it into Unity, wouldn't we just export it as an FBX or something? And then import that? I have no idea, honestly. I don't know.
Then I think you would be importing different FBXs every time with different animations in them.
That's
Usually
true,
FBXs
yeah.
have a bunch saved.
So it should
in
be
them.
one FBX with all the animations on it, or something like
Yeah.
that. How did we do it with with Unreal? That was like when I knew nothing about 3D shit.
We did that. I did the action editor.
They were all like stacked on each other like that.
No, they weren't stacked. They were all separated somehow. I don't think. I think maybe keeping. That's the thing. I don't know anything about the NLA. So I think that maybe maybe there's something that I'm completely missing about the NLA.
Let me look back on this video, actually. Let me see if he says anything about that.
And then at the
Yeah, I
end,
would maybe just like watch a YouTube tutorial
Workflow.
on.
and this will ensure that the tweak will just
Yeah, 'cause,
affect
like,
that time between the
I
keyframes.
look. Oh, fuck
can also
this, what the
apply
hell? No.
What happened?
Oh, when did this change? Something that I've been messing with over and over, just like. Oh, I think I maybe didn't notice it. What the fuck?
Oh, I hate
Oh,
that.
I better be able to. Yeah, I don't know when I. Oh, you know what? No, I just didn't fix it. I remember now. I left this piece.
Keyframes just by hitting
accident.
S. So now I'll go to the middle of those two keyframes,
Yeah.
and I will apply my tweak. I'll just kind of rotate the arm out of the body a little bit. Add a keyframe, and there you go. Again, as long as you set that animation layer.
So now that I push the track down, can I... Oh, to top? No. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can, like, open it back up now. Oh, wait, is this it? Whoa. Here it is by itself. It's pretty funny looking.
There to combine instead of replace, you should be able to tweak your animations
What does he
without
say that
affecting
first
that
time?
original mode.
I gotta be me. I don't know.
That's what I thought he said. But then when I actually listened to him say it,
He does the.
sounded like,
It's like a jungle
I gotta be
sometimes.
green.
This guy he does that exact. It sounds so
Yeah.
similar to that. That's like exactly it. It's like a jungle sometimes.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder how.
It's the exact
Going under.
flow.
mocap. So we hope this answered some of your questions about using
No,
the
don't end.
targeting tool in combination with Rigify, and please put any questions in the comments below.
Damn, that isn't.
We'll
Does he
have
talk
plenty
about
more
editing?
Blender tutorials coming soon. Thanks.
All he
everyone.
talks about is
Bye-bye.
doing what I've already done. He
Yeah.
doesn't talk about how to
Maybe
like compress
Just look up
it.
like how to use different, or how to save different animations in Blender, or even action editor.
Or I guess editing multiple. Or no, saving. I don't know. This is gonna be.
So, you wish you could organize your
I like this
animations.
guy.
Not a problem. At the bottom left, drag a new window above the timeline.
Yeah.
Set it to Dope Sheet and change this to Action Editor. Click New, you're done. Make sure you press the shield button to save your
That's a
work,
nice
and from
rig.
here you can name your animation. To create a new animation, click this button here. You can see a list of all your animations by clicking here and select the one you want to work on. Hope that helps. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like,
feel like I
subscribe, and
did
ring that bell. Hope you have a fantastic day, you know.
Get used to using, or get used to making rigs like that, but
See, he.
I feel like
I think he
Oh,
put me
sorry.
into the right path, but I'm still. He didn't. It wasn't super helpful, but. Apply. What was this called again? NLA.
yeah. I think what I needed to do in the first place was just look at a Letterman jacket, because I can see now the issue, which is that a clothes folds determine what the clothing looks like. So like, it seems like every piece of clothing I find has the same folds if it's the same type of clothing. Yeah, so it's like a...
Do I really? I mean, I just uncheck it and then just make a new one
Oh yeah.
and then check
Yeah.
them as I go. That just feels weird though, because they're gonna like be all stacked on top of each other.
You can move them. Unstack them.
What, like left and right?
Probably.
Wouldn't that mean that I just have one really long animation where he just does a bunch of random shit?
Ding ding. Out of answers.
Okay, I'm gonna try to just uncheck it and then make a new one and then import a new animation. I'm gonna see how that goes. So I'll import the light kick. There it is. Okay. So I have. What? Oh, okay, okay. So I have the punch or the kick in my mocap, my jam. Jam light kick, there we go. Oh, whoops, I gotta. Pretty simple. So I'll trim it to be just the relevant parts. Oh fuck, I deleted the T-pose. Of course I did.
Damn, I can't find the original picture I used. It's the opposite of this. Those are giants. Yeah. Ah, okay. So the shading looks like it needs to be all at the bottom here, and I made the bottom like the least detail on the UV.
Yo, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I had to walk
I
away
didn't
for
know
a
you
second.
It's all good. I've just been quiet.
There we go. Silly little kick. So this is another one. I'll use the action editor for this, but I think I want to adjust his kick angle to be like more aimed at like the face type of deal. I feel like that'll make it look a little bit better. But either way, it is a light attack, so it's not supposed to be too crazy. It's a pretty handy little trick. I'm glad I learned that. The scaling thing. I might mess with the timing of some things, but it just makes it a lot easier to mess with having less keyframes. And it also gets rid of some of that jitter like pretty easily. It's weird how the neck kind of like jiggles after that. Boom. Whatever. Alright, let's apply the animation to our boy. What's up with that back foot? Yeah, something's off. Oh, whoops. I still had this applied. Oh, wait. I guess it doesn't matter. What's going on with that? That's weird. You can see the rig that it's supposed to be tracking, but it like just doesn't want to bend its knee is what it looks like.
Wait, what?
Oh, I think it just didn't select. I think the bone list was wrong. I think it didn't track his shin properly. I think that's went wrong. Because when I just selected everything, the shin bone and then like all the other bones that don't have equivalents were the ones that was selected. Build bone list. This is right shin. Weird. this just gigantic list of all these bones is so hard to find something in. There we go. Okay, I got it. His shin was assigned as his calf for some reason. Right leg. Okay, so then where is his right up leg? Oh, okay, they were just assigned to both. Okay, whatever. Fixed it. Yeah. Easy. This is so funny. Like, it's so cool that we can do this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just like sets in that just like I just made the fridge meme guy, and then I recorded myself kicking in my VR setup, and then he does it now. Like it's so cool. So in a lot of these, you can see the hand animation, the thumb moves, because the button to start and stop the recording is your thumb button. And whenever you touch the thumb button, the index controller picks that up, and like picks that up as a movement. So it's really weird design, but I don't know what the alternative is. Like every button has a capacitor on it, so there's not really a way around that. Dang, the way the shoe deforms on like the lip actually looks pretty good. That's pretty close to how like a real shoe would warp, I feel like, even though it's so low poly and simple.
Mm-hmm.
That bending, like I'm pretty impressed by that.
Is this Persona?
It might be Persona 1 or 2, yeah, I don't know. Oh wait,
I was
no.
curious.
And I think I know what
was
this
that guy
is.
talking? There was like a mask talking, and I like full screen to see him.
I think it might be Gold Kabuto or some shit, like Gold Skull or something like that.
Ah.
I think it's some like Japanese game that I don't think ever actually got ported to America. It's like Gold Garu. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't remember now. Let me see if I could find it quickly.
Well, it'll tell us pretty soon.
Golden Knight Garo, I think is what this is. We'll see
It
for
looks
sure
sick.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I mean, honestly, the kick is already pretty close to good here. I think I just want to get rid of that like weird jiggle his body does after the kick. I think it's just because my hip tracker jiggled when I kicked my foot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to go about doing that, though. I guess I could just delete a bunch of keyframes on, like, the hip bone. I don't know, is it the hip bone moving, or... I guess I'll find out.
I think I should be rigging him. I think
You gonna
that's
move
my
to
next.
the rigging phase instead of shading?
Yeah, because every time I try and do like shading of wrinkles at all, it just looks like a pattern because it's mirrored. I guess I don't know. I guess there is some work I can do still. I'm just so like it's purely I just don't even. It's not coming up in my head.
I feel that, yeah. And I mean, we've gone over the 1 hour minimum here already, you know, so we can
Yeah.
call it any time.
I think I am pretty much ready to call it because I also have to go to the bathroom really bad, and I'm just drawing like a V on his back. I don't know.
Let me just make sure the reference. I mean, I feel like I gotta watch it at least once every stream, and I haven't needed to bring it up yet, so I'm just gonna bring it up for my own purposes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I love refrigerators.
That's
Better
our
Business
boy.
Bureau.
That's our boy. You see a bit of a resemblance.
Yeah, this is like his buff RPG version.
I would like to figure out how to do some transparency, but I don't know. Can we do transparency with emission? Is that like possible?
In Unity, what you would do, well, it wouldn't even be a mission, because like if the whole scene is emissive, then all you'd have to do is like you'd have that color at like 50% opacity. That or the classic Minecraft way of just making a certain color transparent.
Okay, so can I do the little tweaks on this guy now? Oh no, I have to go. Oh, move down. And now I can do it. Okay. Let me just try to like really over exaggerate his kick pose here, like that one. Let me see how that looks.
I was just thinking maybe the reason the NLA is like that is because it like maybe I can't see Blender being like initially meant for big studios, but maybe a big studio like broke ground on how to do non-linear animation and they just copied it. Because I'm thinking like if you broke it up, if you had like 250 animators, then you probably would just have like each one work on an action and make that action look really good. Like I feel like in Pixar movies and stuff I always see, you know, they like jump up and wave their hands in all these different directions or something like that.
I feel like something's fucked up now. It's not working anymore. Now when I add a new keyframe, it just freezes. Is it because it's creating a new...
I think it is. It's creating a new action from that.
Isn't that what I was doing before, though?
I don't know.
Maybe now if I do it.
I think maybe try and
Oh,
edit
fuck.
it in the action instead of in the timeline. Oh, well, yeah, you can't change it. Never mind.
This is weird because I feel like this is the same thing I was doing before. I guess it's all recorded so I could compare what I did differently. But yeah, I'd want his kick pose to be like a little more intense. And then also a little bit faster.
Yeah, I'm
So
not.
maybe I bring that down. That looks a little silly, but something like that. It's just not like... Oh, that's the problem. I didn't set it to combine. I set it to replace. Okay, so now I should be able to take this and go like... Bam. Bam.
Yeah, I do think I'm gonna call it for tonight.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now it works.
So I mostly just fixed him, but he's fixed now. His UVs aren't so shitty.
Very nice.
Does this look right? His pants? I feel like they flare too much now.
I think it looks fine. I mean, maybe not for a baseball player's pants. They'd probably be tighter, I guess. But, I mean, that's just a pair of pants. It's fine.
I think so like a little while ago, I don't know when, but at some point I internalized a little snippet of stuff that I've noticed from drawings, which is that a lot of times clothes will poof out, you know? Like right when they're, like this. I did it for both actually, but like if something's tucked in but it's too big to be tucked in, it'll like roll over. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do with this, where it's like they're tucked in and then falling, like flopping over. But oh, I know why. Never mind. I figured it out. The line is too long. I need to do this.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be calling here in a bit. I just want to try to do a little bit of this first. See what, like, trying to over exaggerate the kick, see how that would look. I shouldn't do the hip bone, that's silly.
I wish I knew how to make stuff sound like that.
Bubsy, 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 bobcat. Ooh. It's onto something. The fact that it goes off to the side looks bad. It should go straight, but that made it go like...
snap looks good.
The snap looks good. I think it's just the direction. That's not too hard to fix, though. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking doing that. So he's supposed to be going, like, that away. Yeah, making it go, like, a further distance in the same amount of time makes it look a lot more, like, slick. I still want to speed the whole thing up for sure, though. He like, lumbers a lot. I mean, I lumber a lot, I guess. But yeah, it should be more just like... It should be a quick thing you could just tap.
His shoulder. Look at his body. Did you notice when the snap goes, his whole body, like, jiggles?
Yeah. That's what I was saying, my hip tracker... When
oh, yeah.
I kicked, and then my hip tracker shook. So I don't know how to get rid of that.
Like,
it's
taping
weird.
it onto your skin or something.
Well, I mean, like, at this stage of the process.
Yeah, at this stage.
Like,
I mean, actually, maybe if you deleted some keyframes or something just on the chest.
If I could just isolate, like, specifically which...
Yeah, it looks like one... It's just the chest is, like, rotating.
Wait, why is he doing the punch?
Oh, he is. That's what it is. It's on combine.
But it's... The punch isn't enabled, is it?
Is it?
There we go. Okay, so now it's just the kick. And the tweaks, right?
Oh, I think the tweaks may have done it.
No, that was definitely there the whole time,
yeah.
the jiggle.
Yeah, it was.
So I gotta call this punch. Is this the punch tweak or is this the punch itself? I think it's the punch tweaks.
Well, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, let's just call it here then.
Yeah.
Thanks for the raid X Void. That was unexpected. It's funny. But yeah, anyone who's still watching, you know, we do these daily, hopefully. You know, we miss a few days here and there, but... And we've also been doing E3 streams. We've been watching through all of E3. Yeah, we usually go for about an hour. We don't... But if we feel like we're on like a roll, you know, we'll just keep going.
Starting at 8
Yeah,
p.m.
8 p.m.
Pacific.
8 p.m. Pacific, we come on here and just do some sort of Blender or Unity work, just game dev related stuff, you know. So if you want to stick around, that's our schedule. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Oh, bye.